Hello, and welcome back to this thing that we're doing. It's a game. How's that? Did you like that? Was that good? That was good.
Would
It
you
was
like
perfect.
the game?
It was perfect. All right. So, I don't know. I like the whole thing where you guys do the recap, so y'all get to do that.
We met, we traveled, we started a fight.
Someone almost died first game.
Also, fancy tobacco was established.
Well, not necessarily fancy, but we'd established the increase in price for exotic goods, even if they're not inherently of
true.
high value.
Just due to the transportation and import fees, tariffs.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, artificially driving up their value in other markets.
Yeah. Trade costs and transport costs.
Why not just let it be fancy?
Basically, we decided to instill a full-on economic model into our game, and it's fine.
It's not fancy because I grew it on my farm and I was a peasant. And I was the one that knew it wasn't fancy, but it was fancy to him because he's from a different country. That's how it became not fancy, but still expensive to him.
To me, it's fancy.
Exactly. So, we met up, escorting Mr. Dude. Somebody check their notes for his name.
It's on my other computer, unfortunately.
Sardasul?
Got some stuff stolen by wolves. I got some gold stolen from me in a town, but I don't know. We lost some stuff. And then later on into the road, as soon as we passed into the kingdom of, I don't have the map pulled up right now.
Ooh, that's a good kingdom. The kingdom of I don't have the map pulled up right now. I love that place.
Obi, could you fill in that name real quick?
It was actually not the first day. You were already like traveling up the river through this kingdom, and then you stopped at the city where you got robbed, and then you were traveling
soon
on the road.
after entering that country and going on foot.
Eldarian Confederation.
Eldarian Confederation. We get jumped by bandits. I try to talk my way out of it. Doesn't work. Throw an Eldritch Blast that goes into the dirt, and then everything started going crazy, and people started getting hit.
I took an arrow probably to the knee. I hope not. My adventuring days are over.
Bro is going to be a city guard for the rest of his life.
Gut.
He did take a scimitar to the gut.
No, he missed that attack. I got hit with an arrow.
No, the arrow missed.
I took damage.
Anyway, and that's where we're at, in the middle of a fight. Fighting bandits. And we don't have the initiative tracker up at the moment. Could you pull that up?
Ooh. Yes.
Hey.
There you go. Woo.
Why are all of these so big? The windows for the
faces.
I cannot talk.
It's over in settings. You can adjust the size of the in video and audio video settings.
Oh, awesome. I will do that.
I believe we're starting at the top of initiative order with
yes.
I got my phone back.
Brant, that's you.
Cool. Sorry, missed that. I was trying to small up the windows so they're not taking up my entire screen because I swear they enlarged them. All right. I have 5 HP. There are like 3 bandits pointing bows at us. Don't like that. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to whip out my bow because, bow against bow action. I'm going to shoot this guy.
Alrighty.
That is a 14 to hit.
No, that definitely hits.
Hey! Oh, we didn't set the setting to roll damage at the same time. Oh, well. We'll fix that later. That is 11 points of damage.
Nice. That is very nice. You just huh?
Is he still up?
He's very not still up. He is. You know, take your bow back and fire, and just whoop, right through the eye.
Beautiful. I go, huh! And then I will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That should give me cover from this guy, and due to the angles and the cliffs, give me cover from this guy. Total on each. This cliff. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to do this. On your turn, you can use your bonus action. I'm going to use second wind, so I will regain 1d10 plus my fighter levels worth of HPs.
Ooh.
And then I will roll 1d10. A d10, a single one. That is 1 plus 1. I regain 2 hit points. I will run over behind this thing with. Was it? Did I get hit by an arrow or a scimitar? I could have swore it was an arrow. I thought I got a scimitar. Kind of like
it might have been an arrow.
my jerkin and just a little bit into my ribs, and I'm like, oh, I don't think the barbs have caught yet. I could just pull this out, put a bandage on it real quick. Oh, barbs caught a little more than I thought. Put a bandage on it real quick, pick my bow back up, and that's my turn.
All right. And now it's some banditos.
Los banditos.
Well, since somebody here is a magic caster and seems quite astute with blowing up rocks. One of them.
To be fair, there's two of us here that are casters, and both of us have hit dirt.
All right, that's fine. So
I'm not sure who you're talking about.
This guy's gonna shoot at Nuffle, and this guy's gonna shoot at Dario. And why? Okay, but like, why did it work for one of the character sheets and not? Oh.
I will say, you don't have to do this, but there is a toggle to where only you can see the rolls.
Yeah, so it's on the character sheets that were already created. It didn't show up. It's not showing up on, but the ones I've created since we changed that is a thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So bear with me for this single thing. Well, so Nuffle just absolutely misses you. Just. You know, she's hurting from all the damage she took, and like just straight into the ground, like 10 feet in front of you. On the other hand, I would imagine that Dario, your AC is not 21.
It is not.
Not yet.
All right.
So how much damage am I taking there?
Okay. Hopefully that works.
Sorry, that's another setting I forgot to have you turn on last week. Or last time we played.
5.
5. I am also going to toss one of these out. Hellish Rebuke. So as the arrow hits, my thigh or whatever, the blood that splatters out, it flies out into the air and then stops in the air for a second, shoots towards him, splatters across his chest, and then erupts into like blood napalm across his chest. If he fails,
the edgy, bro.
I'm a warlock. That seems unfair because Thunderous Rebuke is not that cool because I have to actually be touching them to.
You literally explode thunder back out of you.
Right, but he gets to throw fire at them from like
60 feet.
Yeah. No, they definitely as your I don't know, weird blood fire.
Nuffle, you should look at the chat because your roll did not come through right.
No, I clicked on the show spell description thing, and it didn't.
Yeah, as your weird, like a blood fire flies back towards him, he catches on fire and runs away screaming, and then stops screaming shortly afterwards.
I mean, I would probably scream too if someone just threw their blood at me and then it caught on fire.
Plus, I'm pretty sure I also hit him with Eldritch Blast earlier, so he's real like messed up.
He quit screaming shortly
He
thereafter.
quit screaming. It is very clear.
You roasted the man
Yeah.
with your blood, which is just gross.
Well, it's
All right.
less likely to attack me if gross stuff happens in return.
And I believe next is
Silence of the Lambs, prison scene.
Marth E. Lion, the Greenwood.
Marth!
Alright, so Marth, distance calculator, that is a drawing line, that's less than helpful. How do I delete that? Oops. Undo, cool.
So the only person that is still alive is the other direction, the one up on the other ridge.
Yonder.
Can you guys see the red X's on the?
I
Yeah.
can, yeah.
Okay.
70 feet,
So
plus elevation.
I'm gonna move over here and I am going to use the hide action.
The hide action.
Yes.
All right.
Because it's cool that I can use that.
Okay. Make a stealth roll. I guess I don't know.
Yep.
Pulling top sheet back open. Big stealthy boy.
That one.
18.
You sure seem hidden.
Feel very hidden.
Yes.
I mean, I should, because I blend in.
Is that your turn?
That's my accent.
That'll be my turn.
All right.
That was not your accent.
Sage.
Yes, that is me. I am trying to reload my character sheet because it crashed on me.
Fine.
Yeah.
Josh and Jason, there
Yes.
should be in settings. There should be a toggle for you to turn off advantage or turn on advantage toggle on your character sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, go to the little, right beside spells, the little settings wheel, and it'll be on the right side, far right column, second one down. Roll queries. Set it to advantage toggle.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, wow.
This episode of Pass to Power brought to you by technical difficulties, making our lives difficult since computers came out.
Technical difficulties have existed since before computers, so since technicals?
I don't know. Technically, what is a difficulty?
So since like World War One, technicals, get it?
Yeah, they probably slapped machine guns onto the back of the vehicles. Yeah.
Since the Great Australian Emu War. there have
Oh,
been
for sure that.
there have been technical.
Where the emu, I would like to point out where the emus won.
This is 100% fact.
Anyone watching who doesn't get that reference, oh, please look it up. It's hilarious.
And not just for funsies, because I know these facts. Not only did the Australian military lose, they suffered more casualties than they killed birds.
To be fair,
Weren't there 2 emu wars?
There were 2.
we
Yes.
never had any official wars on animals, but unofficially, during the Dust Bowl, we did lose the war on rabbits.
I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna hold my action because my character sheet literally is not opening.
Alt tab, see if it's already open.
Yeah, maybe
It's not.
if you minimized it on your screen, it may just be like a really small, like obscure name tag somewhere on your screen.
No, it's not. Like the window would be open and everything would be blank and nothing would load inside it.
Oh, that's happened to me before. I hate that.
You can reload your connection. That usually
Okay.
fixes that problem.
Yeah, I'll reload, but for now I'll just hold action.
All right. So she is holding her action. Dario Felton.
Look down at the, hole in my leg and the blood flew out. Well, that's new. All right. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can I see that dude from here? Like, I'm trying to get to a position where I could see him. If not, I could probably see him from here, right?
Yeah, so that first cliff is like 10 feet up, and then the second one's 10 feet up. So if you were over where you were at, then you wouldn't, but you can probably see him from there.
Okay. And
He's probably got like partial cover from you, but
all right, with that, gonna toss out one of these. Are you kidding me?
He did the thing.
The average roll again.
Less than average because you have a +6 to hit.
Well, the total outcome was average.
Okay.
so you sprint over here, and I don't know what you like. Throw up your hand and shoot your Eldritch Blast, and it just blows some pebbles off the side of this rock wall.
I really need to learn to aim with this thing better.
All right.
Wait,
All
what did
right.
you say, Bryant?
Wait, oh, sorry.
Indeed, you do.
Nuffle.
Yep.
Well, it's up to you.
I'm going to attempt to cast the Chaos Bolt again.
Oh dear God.
Hey, no one's in his way this time. No one's in his way. We should be fine.
Please
Famous
work.
last words.
Uh-oh.
Keyword should be fine.
Hey, that's better.
This is a 21 hit.
Yes.
Roll that damage.
All once this time.
Jason, it's a little hard not to hate you in this game sometimes.
I get that. So, just 13 damage. Oh, 19.
We thought I eviscerated the guy with a hellish rebuke. Dang.
All right.
How is this a level 1 spell?
It's not fair.
I'm aware.
That's stupid.
Wait, what does he roll on that?
It is. What a
2d8
2d8
plus a
plus
D6.
6.
Yeah. So, the
But
reason...
then it has a chance to chain to additional people.
I mean, my reaction spell, which is a reaction spell, which aren't supposed to be super powerful, is 2d 10. So.
Yeah, but did you roll? But did you roll that high? No. This just seems unfair. All right. So I don't know. What does your chaos bolt look like?
Well, with it being psychic, it's going to be. I want it to be invisible, and then his head just goes poof.
All right.
Pop goes the weasel.
Guys, I don't know if I got him.
Well,
I didn't see
Yep,
nothing.
you did.
I don't think that was me. I know I'm still getting used to this stuff, but it's probably you. You're the other offensive magic sort. So I think that was probably you.
Oh, we survived. We survived into the bushes.
I did a little bit of fighting some wolves and like one band at once, but he was just a guy with a knife on my way up to join the guild. This was a little bit more intense than that. I will give you that. And seeing you throw up, you can tell as Dario's saying that, he looks like he's holding it a little bit too, trying not to.
I put an arrow through a man's.
Okay, my blood barbecued a man, and I didn't know it could do that. And now I'm a little concerned that if I bleed on y'all, it might be a problem.
Please do not.
I'm new to this, and I'm not quite sure entirely how it works yet.
It's just like hunting any other animal. Only difference is these have deadlier weapons. And they talk back a lot meaner.
The tree's speaking to you guys.
Is it speaking Vietnamese?
Oh, sorry about that as I walk back out of the bushes.
So, should we move on, or can we, take 5 or something? Because that hurt right in the thigh.
I agree. However, they might have money on them. They try to kill us. We kill them. That was a lot, but wait, I do have bills to pay.
I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I'm not going to say no.
I would like to attempt to loot the corpses, pausing occasionally to try and hold the remains of my stomach down, but
All right. Give me that investigation check.
And I would like to take my time doing it. If that matters at all.
All right.
Sadly, taking 20 is not a thing in 5e.
Yep. Anyone would like to help me,
Doesn't assistance have to be called before the roll?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right, I forgot.
You find some lint.
Can I take the scimitar the guy tried to stab me with?
You can take the scimitar.
Okay.
And
You could also probably restock arrows, because you have a bow, and were shooting arrows.
they had crossbows.
Ah.
Can I take
You find a crossbow.
a crossbow? Okay.
This one is very much on fire. This one is very much destroyed by a chaos bolt, and this one is also very much destroyed by a chaos bolt. So you find a scimitar.
So
one crossbow, and let's say it collectively 12 bolts.
Purely
Okay, hold on,
flavor.
let me-
But while he does that, I'm going to sit down by the tree and dig the arrowhead out of my leg and patch it up.
Why can I not alt double click my thing to get my character sheet up? Okay, that's dumb. Don't like that. All right, let's see. All right, crossbow.
It's a light crossbow.
A light crossbow. Okay.
Yeah.
Items. That's heavy. Light crossbow. A singular scimitar. And how many bolts did you say?
12.
Why can I grab the 2024 scimitar? That's not what I want. There we go. Because no one likes 2024. D&D.
Well, you guys seem to be able to take care of yourselves.
Yeah, I suppose. A little bit shaken, but alive.
I mean, from my days of venturing, it's not too uncommon to
I
lose the contents of your stomach.
Bryant, your connection's kind of lousy. We didn't hear what you said. At least I didn't.
I have survived. It is. Oh, I'm okay.
You guys want to take 5, or are we worried there might be more around somewhere?
Let me check. Perhaps we should investigate to see if there are tracks. Perhaps they have a camp or something that we should avoid. If anyone is good at tracking. I mostly grew up in a city or a town, so like very much. But Josh, if you're trying to talk, both of you are muted.
Would that be survival? For seeing that, like finding tracks and stuff?
That sounds right.
I'll assist
can-
before you roll.
Oh, okay.
Grew up in the country. I'm not the best at it, but I.
Nuffle, if you want to assist, that's fine. I don't care who assists. I just wanted to make sure someone said it.
I was going to say I can search
Go for it.
if you wanted to assist me.
Nuffle says he wants to do it, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
I will assist him then.
I did live in the woods for a while. So, you roll first and then I roll advantage, or how does that work?
When you assist, you just give them advantage.
Oh,
The system, because it's Starfinder is the one that you have to roll first to give them the bonus. In 5e, you just give them advantage.
Listen, man, after a while, the systems start to bleed.
They do, because I was very much thinking, I was like, oh, he's just going to go +2. This will be fine.
So, 30, 20.
You find their camp, like a small campfire, and their like sleeping mats and stuff, but no tracks that really go anywhere else.
Okay, it's just like these 4 dudes.
That's what it seems.
Right, who's clicking? Killing me.
Bro, you're just hearing all the random clicking today.
I know. What is he talking about?
I'd like to search their camp.
Okay. Go for it. Give me an
I would like to-
investigation check. Alright.
Josh, you have advantage. Let's see,
He's
you
been
know-
possessed.
That would be a net funny. I would like whatever I find, please.
You find four like really trashy blankets and like sleeping bags, and a half empty bottle of some sort of liquid, and let's say like 3 days worth of edible rations.
Man, these guys are barely getting by.
Indeed, I almost feel bad for killing.
To be fair, it's normal the ones that ain't got much that get drawn to banditry, so...
Do you think we were their first targets? Man, what a terrible first target to have. Could you imagine your first targets and they show up casting spells and throwing arrows in your face? What horrible luck.
Well, I say we just move on and put this behind us. Maybe after a quick rest, or
I agree. A rest would be most beneficial.
just take an hour or two, just get this bandage so it doesn't keep slipping over and over.
I as well. I have my ribs are a little bleeding.
I think we would like to take a short
Yeah.
rest, if that is okay.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
Hey.
You pull the wagon kind of off the side of the road, and I don't know.
Ooh, much better. Much better for health regen. That's literally my max HP. You know, on second thought, this was basically a paper cut. I believe that I was more terrified by the thought of getting shot in the ribs by an arrow than I was actually injured.
I'm back up to full now too. Hey, when your health is super low, it's easy to get back up to full.
Let's go fight some more bandits.
And I've got my spell slot back.
And my bow.
But that was out of character.
Yes, that was mine. Obviously, wrong voice.
Also, bow was the third one they said. Axe was the second one.
Yeah, I don't have an axe. Okay.
Well,
I
then
got
you
an
shouldn't
axe.
have been the one to
Oh,
talk.
never mind. Well, sometimes Wisp quoting movies is funnier than quoting movies.
Yeah, sometimes it's funnier in your head, and then you say it, and it sounds less funny.
Aww.
I'm not saying yours was less funny. I'm just saying sometimes that happens.
No, I'm pretty sure you were saying mine specifically was less funny.
Yeah.
Like the most funniest.
Yes, like the most unfunniest.
Okay.
As we were sitting there kind of like patching up our wounds and look over. So if you never had to really fight anybody before, what kind of drew you into this line of work? From the get up and the weapons, you seemed like you knew what you was doing, but
Oh, I told you before, I worked at the mill. I practice martial arts as a hobby, a pastime. The mill, I helped to build a water mill and install it, and then due to the now lacking of demand for manual labor, they laid me off.
I mean, just this specifically rather than like any other sort of work, I reckon.
Not a lot of work to be had, unfortunately. I tried. Nothing could make ends meet. Nothing that I was willing to do in my neighborhood. For those of my station. But then I saw the advertisement saying that they were planning on, making a chapter in my home city, and I thought, hey, who better than me? Perhaps I can be an administrator after a few adventures and make a healthy living.
What about any of the rest of y'all? Y'all ever had to deal with anything like this before? Obviously, we're at least relatively new to it.
Nothing like this, just cave-ins and forest fires.
Why does that sound like a power metal band?
No, I'm definitely new to the field for sure.
You deal with a lot of cave-ins and forest fires. I mean, I've seen forest fires, well, not a lot during my neck of the woods. It's kind of swampy, but they that common?
You could say that. I had nothing to do with them, I promise. We should get going. Yes.
Insight. Oh wait, I forgot I have terrible insight now. Still gonna do it. Yeah.
So what am I
Wait.
rolling?
Wait, deception? If you had something to do with the forest fire, I'm guessing? Obi?
Yeah, if he had something to do with the forest fire, definitely deception.
Totally.
But he definitely didn't have anything to do with the forest fire.
Nope,
All right,
nope,
then.
I'm good.
Seems on the up and up.
Yep.
Used to having such a stupid insight. This isn't that.
I am feeling vastly recovered. Shall we continue?
I reckon. Get away from these bodies.
Also, as far as my equipment, these, and I point to the bow, it's actually an heirloom from my uncle that he gave to my mother after my father passed away, because he would have just sold it. And these are literally just the handles to the mill that I worked at. As I hold up the tonfas.
Huh.
The tacos.
Tonfa.
Oh, okay. Tacos
Taco.
would be exciting though.
Ooh, tacos sound
They would make horrible handles for the mill, though. Fun historical fact, where tonfas came from.
Interesting.
The more you know. All right.
And DM, remind me the name of the man we are escorting again.
Tharjasul Vorquin.
It's been between Thargasul and Thardasul.
Well, and then Josh called him Thorgensul at one. Well, actually, Josh was just calling him something new every time he said his name last session or last time we played. So it's all right.
Yeah, he does that.
Back on the road, I reckon.
Back on the road.
Just can't wait for the road again. That's less than 3 seconds.
All right.
And as we get back onto the road and start moving, I hold up my tobacco pouch. Another swap.
Indeed.
Swap tobaccos real quick and light it up as we walk.
Smoking and walking and walking and smoking.
Ow.
Yeah.
Every time I see the color scheme, I think of Ignia, because Asgard uses the same color scheme no matter what map you make.
Very different shape.
Oh, very different. But I just see the colors first. I'm like, Ignia. Oh, no, that's completely wrong.
Yeah. Well, this was not the original shape of the world, but fun thing, if you ever create a world in Asgard, make sure you save it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you can spend tens of hours making a world and then accidentally delete it.
It was funny. Bryant was looking at a copy of the old map, and I was telling him like where we were and what we were going to be doing, and he's like, "This does not match up. What is going on?"
Saving your .map file is super important. Obi, ask me how I know.
How do you know?
Because I did the same thing when I first built Ignia.
Tis very sad.
Yeah.
So you
I
get
have like 3 copies of it saved now, just in case.
you get to sorry. About a half day's travel after your short rest and all the shenanigans.
And I'm assuming.
Okay, were we traveling from Gurgandor to Burke or from Burke to
Yes,
Bloomkula?
God, so like, I'm just gonna be real. Some of these names seemed really cool, but now that I actually have to say them, they're way less cool.
Fair. I don't know how many cities I've specifically not steered you towards because I didn't want to pronounce them out loud.
And I'm assuming where Khaleesi's token is
Yeah, well,
still
you're
about
like,
where we're at.
so you had just left, like you were a day's travel outside of Gurgandor, and it's like 3 days. So you've got like another day of travel, and you'll reach, actually like half a day's travel, and you'll reach Burke.
Sweet.
Are there dragons there?
Unfortunately, no. You're thinking of the Burke that doesn't have a silent H on the end, which is not in this part of the.
Okay.
But I want a pet dragon.
Shall we? Perhaps they will have little animals like lizards that you can glue something.
Much less fun when you can't ride them.
You could ride it once.
Tell you what, down in the swamp area down there, a little bit farther south where I'm at, got some big old lizards I'd about call a dragon. Like alligator sorts.
Not really the flavor I'm looking for.
But if you glue wings onto them, then perhaps.
There are, Dario, you would know there are, or at least you've heard stories of there definitely being large enough lizards that could be considered dragons. But also, dragons are a thing, so
Are we taking the same watch rotation as before? We're on second watch.
I don't remember the watch rotation, but sure.
I basically have the last 2 watches because I'm awake.
I think I took the third.
No, I think I was third.
I'm pretty sure it's no. It was it was Karis, Dario, Sage, Nuffle, Marthalion.
Oh, so
Because-
first. Okay.
Right, because you had your watch, and then Dario and you fell asleep, and you never woke Dario up, and then nobody else ended up at their watch,
Right.
except for until Marthalion woke up.
Cool. I'll take first watch if we're settling down for the night. Question mark.
I mean, after your day's travel, unless that was a question mark to everyone else.
No, that was a question mark
Yeah.
at least to the DM.
Sure,
If anything else happens.
nothing else has happened
Okay.
yet.
Yeah. Right.
Yet.
It's not a natural one.
Hey.
17.
Nothing. Real chill.
There you go. It is your watch.
Yep. Oh. All right, give me. Give me a drink of water right quick. Right. All right. Ugh. Man, sore after sleeping on that a little bit. And I will.
Me.
Huh?
I said honk chew. Me.
Start my watch. Let's see here. Also not used to having this low of perception. But it's not terrible. Could be better, but it also could be way worse.
Wow, I have a really good perception.
You do.
I did not realize I had that good of a perception.
I mean, you don't really hear much either. I mean, there's the normal animals. There's some crickets and a bird or two.
All right, then. Just pass my watch, smoking my pipe, and then wake up the next in line when it's done.
Sage is alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic.
Gross.
Oh,
Martha, you're awake now as
still don't
well.
understand how
This
people
is-
wake up like you.
And this is like
That would be Wraithback.
midnight. And she is so enthusiastic. And her enthusiasm just does great and wonderful things because nothing happens.
Yay. All right, I'm tired. I'm going back to bed.
All right, Nuffle.
If Marthelion is awake during the last 2 watches, which would be his own and Nuffle's, would that mean that he is giving assistance to Nuffle?
Sure, he can have advantage on his
Question.
if Marthalion is actively watching and that's all he's doing. I mean, like, you know, not all he's doing, but he's actively like watching. Then sure.
I have a passive perception of 15. I'll just leave it at that.
Cool. Nothing happens. More birds. Some animals in the distance.
Big birds that could probably win a war, or maybe 2.
That would be a really bad roll for those big of birds to show up, and you guys would lose.
Yeah. I really want to see 5e stats for emus.
All right,
I
Marthalion.
hope he goes to look up 5e stats for emus.
Yes, sir.
I pray they're in this campaign.
Oh my.
I was
What you pay for?
Marty.
Oh, they're not that bad. I feel like they very much. Ooh,
I feel like they need an ability similar to Pack Tactics, but it's if enough of them get together, they have a group charge ability.
here's what we'll do. If the YouTube video of this session gets let's say 5 likes, I will put emus in the campaign at some point, but they will be better than the actual D&D stats for an emu because emus suck in D&D. And
Hey,
could not
everyone
win 2
playing?
wars.
Jacob, Josh,
I was
Chris, and
already thinking
everyone
it.
will like the YouTube video.
Yeah, so just the actually, yeah, the D&D stats for an emu, they have an armor class of 11
That's
with
trash.
11 HP,
They literally dodged bullets.
and they have 2 attacks for 1d4 damage.
Lame.
Very
No,
lame.
they need an ability that's basically Rage, Barbarian Rage, except it's just called Rage from the Down Under.
I think that's something very different.
That was such an evil laugh.
You guys,
Listen, when a group of 5 or more get together and charge in the same direction, they create a thunderous noise. This ability is called Thunder from Down Under.
Wow.
And you have to make a wisdom save to be frightened. I'll be writing this down.
oh yeah.
Anyways, Josh got a 7 on his perception.
I have a passive perception of 15.
Yeah, but that's not active perception. That's different.
Nah. Whatever. No. Doesn't matter.
Very distracted.
That is that shows our age.
Unfortunately. Listen,
We're all
this
old.
is dad rock now.
I am still young. I
What'd
don't
you
know what
say?
you're talking about.
I said Disturbed is dad rock now.
I had a Disturbed CD that I would listen to when I did homework in middle school.
You had a CD?
Yes, I had. You had CDs too. You shut up. I saw your
used to own a
CD
bunch of-
collection.
I used to own a bunch
Listen,
of...
I'm old enough for cassettes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're all old enough for that.
We also had
Yeah, right at the
cassettes.
tail end of it. Yeah.
To be fair, I feel
What are
like we're not
cassettes?
old enough for cassettes. We just lived in families that were
We
a
just lived
couple
in the middle of
technological
nowhere.
generations behind.
Yeah, me and Josh are older than several of you.
That is correct.
Anyways, shall we continue the
Bryant
game?
is
Not
also
Jason.
older than several of us.
He's the youngest. He's the baby.
Oh, shut up.
Anti-inspiration for you, sir.
Anyways, choo choo. There goes the tangent train.
I'm gonna give you basically some random time you roll, Jacob. There's just gonna be 5 emus that are gonna show up.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Hey, 5's enough for Thunder
I'm
from down
just
under.
enjoying the fact that for once I'm not the youngest person in a group. That doesn't happen very often.
You haven't been the youngest person in this group for 5 years.
I said a group.
Because that's how ages work. Also, nothing happens. You guys are fine.
That was the longest fourth watch I've ever seen.
Hey, it was a double watch.
Josh, that's why you rolled a 7. The ADHD kicked in so hard that all of these thoughts were yours.
Yeah, trying, and after 100+ years of like being an elf and surviving society as is, humans never change.
War,
That and
war
somebody
never
put
changes.
something in that special tobacco.
Or never changes.
Dude is having a really cool cinematic flashback back in black and white while he's thinking about how humans never change.
He's having flashbacks to the elf versus emu war.
Spoiler
The
warning.
number
They
of times
lost.
history repeat itself is really annoying, honestly. It's why humans are so annoying. They just repeat the same mistakes over and over again.
Yes.
I think it must be.
Alright. You guys get up. You have breakfast. And you head
Cool.
off on...
I gather enough food for everybody, because yay stuff.
Sure.
Anyone want an emo omelet?
Hey, I found this giant egg.
Oh no. Being from this region, I suggest we vacate the area immediately.
But the omelet's not done yet.
You're about to be.
Anyway, moving
It makes it feel any better. I
on.
got some berries and
Yay berries.
Actually,
a little bit of smoke. I got
Actually-
some natural honey too.
Josh, give me a D20
Yeah.
roll. Give me a D20 roll.
Give me a D what?
20.
D20?
20.
Cool. D20. Yay!
You don't come back with berries. You come back with some rabbits.
Nice.
He got that Wesley Webbit.
My petty little snares were effective.
All right.
Shoestring and a twig somehow works great for these little critters.
Hey, can I have the pelt?
Sure.
Hey.
All right, reckon we can
All right.
get to moving.
Somebody give me that D20.
Somebody come get her.
Dibs. Never mind.
Mm,
You said D20, right?
Too late.
Well, I rolled a 14 before you got that in there, so
Bummer.
you get
12 emus.
A new car.
You get a
surprises,
car.
right?
You get a car.
severe depression.
Joke's on you.
Oh.
I already have it.
I was gonna say that nothing's changed.
Again, I already have one of those.
Severe depression and social anxiety.
Again, don't change.
You get a decent
Pass. Double it. Give it to the next person.
double it and pass it.
Double or nothing.
and that's how we got Kedron.
So bad, but so true. That boy is messed up now.
Oh, that's so cute. You have trauma. Here, have a dose of extra. You know what? That wasn't enough. Here, let me just pour the entire pot all over you.
No. Some witch showed up in the maternity ward and was like, "Here, you want this?" And everybody just keeps going, "No, double it and give it to the next person." And like, you know, whenever they do that with the money, and the person like starts getting scared, and then finally it gets to your mom, and like, she's the last person in the room. It's just like, "Oh no, oh no."
No, my mom, when we figured out about her, oh yes.
She does hate you and all men.
Like, ooh, this will come in handy later.
I'll keep that trauma in my back pocket.
I'll take one of those and one of those. Do you have any more you're willing to give up?
Can I double
two
it
of those?
myself?
All right. Anyways,
All right. So
We are a train wreck tonight.
Yeah, we were a train wreck last night or last time.
no more tangents on that.
No more tangents. So you guys get. I mean, it's not as smooth as like traveling has been so far. There's no bandits, but like, it's not the smoothest day you've had. It does. The road does take you like outside of Burke, but I mean, you pass by it. It doesn't go through the town. You are more than welcome to stop if you want, or you can continue on your travel.
Can we make a momentary stop? I have a few items that I would like to get rid of.
Sure.
I asked for the party.
I reckon. Ain't gonna be
Resting in town is always a safer option than resting on the road.
I'd like to go into town and sell the scimitar and the light crossbow.
Figured.
He wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready.
Are you guys ready to see someone with a very low charisma try to haggle? Because no one said they're coming with me.
Hey, I'll come with you.
Oh, thanks.
I'm not sure that will help because I look like a child, but that's okay.
All right.
Go to Japan.
Give me a. Ooh.
So, how about that weather?
How about that weather?
Ooh, I've got pretty good persuasion though.
All right. So who else going into town?
Me.
Yep.
Might as well check it out, I reckon, if we're stopping. Anyhow.
All right. So, is
All right.
anyone not going to town?
Yeah, I'm not.
All right. So those of you who aren't going to town can you just kind of like chill with the wagon and Thargistal while everybody else makes their errands. So it's just Sage and Karis then, yeah?
Uh-huh.
No, I'm going into town.
Yeah, no, it's you and Karis that are going into town.
Oh, Marthelian is too.
All right, and
I think
Marthalion,
everybody but
but Nuffle.
Nuffle.
All right.
Oh, well, if everyone's gone, I'll go.
All right, everybody's going into town.
We just made a slight detour into town because we needed gas.
All right, so you make your way into Burke. It's a very small town, like barely classifies as a town.
Oh, I
There
feel
is-
right at home here.
There is like a saloon / general store / town center / all-in-one building. There's a great hall, and it's just all of the things.
It's a longhouse.
It is a longhouse. And then there's, a few 10, 15
Short
small. Yes, there are 10 to 15 short houses surrounding, speckled about around the longhouse as you make your way into town.
I would like to go to the general store portion of the longhouse, and as we're walking up, I go, "Okay, I have never been the best negotiator. Anyone have experience with buying and selling goods and getting a good deal?"
I think I could persuade them.
Selling our, whatever we grew on the farm to traders and such, but that's about it.
Who out of you feels the more confident between a range of 1 and 20?
Well, that depends. If I'm using persuasion, I've got a +4.
That is not what I asked, but okay.
On the scale of 1 to 20. My sheet's not scrolling.
And you tell me, on a scale of 1 to 20, how confident do you feel?
I mean, I don't know what she's talking about, but 4, it sounds like a decent enough number too. I reckon. I suppose.
Very well.
I'd say I got a good 14 out of 20 probably.
How about this? What if we go to break and we come back and we can do shopping?
Okay, sounds good.
So cool.
All right.
Because Obi needs to go look up prices now.
And we're back to the thing that is a game. Hooray. You find yourself in the city of Burke at the all-in-one general store.
Much like my body wash, it is a 5 and 1.
Something like that.
Town hall type of thing.
Yes. It is a thing. It's built. Yes.
I'm handing it off to whichever of these two decided to do the haggling.
I don't know. Nuffle just sounded like he was going to say something because he keeps going.
Yeah. I was going to say I'll help sell the sword. I might know a little bit of thing or two about trading from dwarves.
I'll let either of you two guys sound a bit more confident than me. Like I said, I just sold basically.
Was that you offering the assist action?
Huh?
Was that Jason? Was that you offering the assist action or offering to do the negotiation?
Do the negotiation.
All right, negotiate.
All right.
I'm going to offer the assist action to whoever's doing it. I'm going to be the hand model. Oh, yes. He's very beautiful. He's much sharp. He'd cut my ribs right here. I'm offering it.
So you make your way into the general store.
Oh, I don't have it. Oh well.
Turn the door handle.
Uh-huh.
As it swings open.
I'll hand the items to Sage.
Hello.
Hi there, good shopkeeper. How are you today?
I'm the same as always.
That is great to hear. Have I got something amazing for you today?
Oh, do you?
Yes, this pristine scimitar made by the local dwarfs of the local hills.
Let me see it.
Here you go, sir. As you can see, we still have a little bit of blood where it cut one of our compatriots in the chest, but it is sharp as ever.
He takes it from you, starts to look it over. So you say the local dwarves made it.
You said
That is
I
what we were
say
told.
questioningly. Brian, you get it?
Mm-hmm. Check the chat.
You hear it too?
Have you ever met a dwarf?
Oh, yes, I lived with them for some time.
And you've seen dwarves use a scimitar?
Well, they most of them make them for others. They typically like their sledgehammers and warhammers and their shields
And
and
their
their
hail.
staff.
Jacob, check the chat. No, in Roll20.
So
No, you didn't get my reference.
Use chat.
where'd you come across this item?
Oh, well, we came across it from some passerbyers on our way here.
And these passerbyers gave you the sword and said it was made by dwarves.
Yep, definitely.
Well, they definitely lied to you.
Oh, what a shame. People, you know, you just can't trust bandits. I mean, people anymore.
So they were passerbyers or they were bandits?
They're very angry
not that I care.
passerbyers.
But if there's bandits nearby, that might be a problem.
If I say we took care of them, would it be good?
Well, in my experience, where there's a few bandits, there's normally at least a few more.
So you're saying a quest? Maybe
No.
a bounty?
No, they
You-
just steal things.
You're offering a
That's
bounty
what
to go hunt these
Bandits
bandits?
do. No,
Money making?
I believe what my compatriot is trying to get at is how much would you be willing to give us for such a fine blade that I personally can attest to the sharpness of?
Yeah, he got stabbed by it. See? Grabbing your shirt.
well, this has been great, but my microphone just broke, so that's neat.
What did you do to your mic?
I don't know, but oh, now it's sticking. Okay, what? Yeah, woo! It's great. All right.
I'm gonna lean over to Karis and I'm gonna say, well, I am officially feeling a lot more confident in my negotiating abilities than I was a few moments ago.
As am I, and I do not have many. Sage, how about you?
I mean, I'd love to try.
Absolutely. Please step in, smack him upside the head, and take over anytime you like.
Look here, sir. I'm too small to carry this any farther with me. And we just need someone to take care of this blade for us. We don't want it to go to waste. So if you could help us out with that, I'd appreciate it.
I give you. Seeing that it's got some dents and dings and there's blood on it. Was there a sheath that came with it? No, I would assume not.
Well, there was a sheath, but well, we didn't really think you'd want it at this point.
It was broken in the fight, you see.
Yeah, the sword, however, the sword is in great shape. She licks her thumb and cleans the blood off.
Well, that's gross.
See, look, it's all shiny and new.
So I would just a friendly word of advice. If you're gonna try and sell something to someone that you got, doesn't really matter how, maybe you should get your story straight before you just try and sell it to them. So I'd give
Duly
you
Does
noted.
story really matter? A sword's a sword. Why should it matter to you?
this is hardly a sword. It's a sharp piece of metal.
Which is the definition of a sword?
Okay.
Maybe you're more of a sharp piece of metal than a sword.
This is
Arthelian's like just standing in the back, shaking his head. It's
this.
like, I am not the most charismatic person, but this hurts.
I'm trying my best to salvage the situation.
This is getting.
Listen, just
I do
At the very-
appreciate the advice.
At the
I do appreciate the advice. But we really just are looking to sell the sword. So are you interested in buying?
And the light crossbow.
Oh yeah, we have a crossbow too. Look at this.
Let me guess. Passerbyers, made by
Nope,
elves.
Listen, the truth is, we were
I don't.
attacked
No,
along
no,
the road.
no. I don't care. I'll give you 5 gold for the both of them.
I'm sorry, that seems just a wee bit short.
You know what's short today? My temper.
Yes, I'm short. I understand.
And you guys are so taxing.
Well,
If-
I would
if-
be happy to leave if you give me a fair price, but I'm not leaving until then.
Shh. I'm talking.
Oh, yes, you're right. My bad. I would be happy for you to finish.
I'll give you 6 gold if she doesn't say another word.
That is a goal for all of us. I believe that is a fair price.
I will accept.
Oh my god.
Will you make it 7 gold if I escort her out the door right now?
why are our high charisma
I think
characters
this might be
so bad at this?
words that could be a persuasion check in all of this, but with assistance from the other people because she's so difficult.
Karis, give me a persuasion check.
Can it be an advantage because I'm playing off of her
No!
getting his nerves?
No. She rolled
Because he really wants her to leave.
Listen, I'm charismatic. It's not my fault he's grumpy.
11.
No.
I love how like the first thing
reaches-
that
He reaches into his pocket,
was just flat out lie.
pulls out 6 gold and 3 silver, sets it on the table.
Excellent. Thank you.
That's my final offer.
I will scoop it up and be like, get out before he gets us. If I know anything about shopkeepers, it's that 90% of them are retired adventurers.
Have a great day.
Yeah.
You
Please,
too, sir. Thank you so much for your help.
for the love of everything, never grace my door again.
As soon as we step outside, I'm just going to look around and be like, I think that went really well.
Me too. 1 second. I'm going to step back in. Hi, shopkeep. Bye, shopkeep.
We should run. That was the tipping point. He's going to fireball all of us. He is a level 20 wizard. I can feel it in my bones.
I am feeling a lot better about my negotiation skills now. Like, so much better. I'm going to change that An elevation of a 4 to like an 8, at least.
Anyways, gold, the 3 silver into a group slush fund.
All right.
For expenses? I don't know. I don't want to keep track of it. Someone else keep track of it. That is too much for me.
Well, I have no need of money. I think that went quite well. I don't know why he was so grumpy.
Does that mean you're adding your gold to this group slush fund?
I can't imagine why he'd be frustrated with y'all.
Sage did not answer my question.
My gold? What do you mean?
You said you have no need for money.
Oh, no. I mean, I have no need for extra money. I'll keep what I've got in my pockets. Thank you.
No, I mean the gold that we just made on this transaction. That is your part of the profit.
Oh, yes. A group fund would be just fine.
Ah, perfect. I'll put it with the other 3 silver and hand it to whoever. I'm just going to toss it to Dario. She's like, here, you keep it.
All right.
All right. So rules of said group fund, like always, if it's not kept track of, it does not exist.
1 gold, 3 silver, right?
Yep.
Yes. Let's see.
I am fastidiously tracking gold upon my character sheet for me. I'm not using
Anything else?
Already out.
Anything else you guys would like to do?
Is that the longhouse? No. I'm kidding.
I kind of want to try and steal from the shopkeep, but, you know.
Oh no, you know he's a level 20 adventurer if we try to steal from him. That is the murder hobo test.
You are more than welcome to do whatever you would like to do.
I see her turn to walk back in there. I'm going to turn to walk away.
Okay, I would like to look around town and see if there's a local bounty board of like miscellaneous tasks that they have to passerbys like us.
Aren't we on a mission right now?
Yeah, we are.
There is, but there's something that we can do along the way where it's just like, hey, if there's people going from here to the next town over, here's something that you can like take with you or find along the way and go to the next post.
You do find a bounty board, but it's just a lot of old scribbled notes about there being bandits. It doesn't seem to be anything like new. It's a small town. It's more just kind of like a town notice board.
That's fair.
Right, onward then.
Onward to Balloon Kula.
So, how'd your shopping trip go?
We didn't die. We didn't kill anyone. Nothing caught on fire. We made some money. That's a win.
Well, at the end of it,
That's
I
but
feel
happening
much
for
more.
most people.
I feel much more confident in my negotiating skills, even though I did not negotiate at all.
That bad?
I forgot where we were.
It's something.
You
If there's
are
ever a story about country bumpkins, that's here's the crew.
Shall we continue?
We shall continue. Someone
Gibbs.
give me that D20 roll.
13.
Oof.
Is that what happened when we got the bandits last?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Your day goes really smoothly.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
Like abnormally smoothly.
Like a day and a half.
No.
Like you get a day and a half's worth of travel.
Hey.
To be fair, occasionally I'll have you guys make a roll like that, and I don't actually have a table, and I just go with whatever the vibes of the number of the time make me feel like.
No, I feel like Obi definitely has a table, because I definitely had a table when you guys went into the mountain.
Oh no, last time it was a 12 that initiated the combat.
Very close, but safe.
I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with just going with the vibes of whatever the number looks like at the moment.
Maybe there's a different roll table for each of you guys. Who knows?
That would be crazy, but I wouldn't put it past you.
Yep.
So you make it like 2-3 hours outside of. Yeah, outside of the town.
Bulakalan?
Yeah, that one. Ooh.
Shall we push through to the city gates? It is only
Oh.
another. Wah!
No! Stop! It wasn't supposed to be like. I've broken it. I'm sorry, don't worry.
Alice, it's so big.
That was bad time because I was zooming into the map to see where we were.
That's okay. I had turned and looked inside, and I looked back, and there's just my character's face.
It's okay.
Why won't it let me shrink? Oh, because I'm not.
I don't know. It won't let me shrink it either. It's that big now. There you go.
I am big. Ah,
Yes. And now
I
you're
am
sideways.
get jiggy with it.
Are you no longer straight?
Would you like to know, Nuffle?
Oh,
yeah.
my word, you guys are a mess.
Always. Anyway, shall we
Hey.
continue forward? It's only another hour until we make it to Bulunka. I believe I have a cousin that lives there. No. Sorry, that was a different city. I remember now.
You got a lot of family spread around then.
Like rabbits?
Occasionally. Anyways, are we pushing through another hour or two? Kara's asked for the third time.
I'm down with it, but I was
Yeah,
just
let's go.
All right.
Don't like that smile, but let's do it.
Oh no, it's a skinny innkeeper. All right, Brent, you should get that one right.
Nope.
Wheel of Time.
Ah. Anyways, continuing. What's happening to you?
You are pushing through and traveling an hour, maybe ish, in the dark. So
In the dark of the night,
somebody,
evil will find you.
somebody, give me a roll.
I got it.
D20?
Oh,
Oh no.
7?
I don't think we've rolled a 7 yet, so let's see what happens.
so like on the map, it seems like this road is very, like a well-traveled road, but it's a map. It's drawn by
Nerds.
by people who haven't passed through these areas in quite a while. And let's be honest, this is at best like a trail. So, and around these parts, most people keep to themselves. You're not traveling from town to town. If you live in these towns, all you get is the occasional adventurer who comes to town.
Just your yearly peddlers rolling through town.
Yeah, and your occasional adventurer who will spread news. Other than that, there's not much.
You've been listening to Wheel of Time, haven't you, Jacob?
I want to re-listen, yeah.
So you get to where you would expect, or where Thargesul expects the town to be. And there was a town.
Oh.
There was a town.
Oh my.
You find ruins. A lot of burnt down buildings.
Could I determine how fresh this destruction is?
You can give me a survival check.
Hey,
I would like to
I'm
assist.
I'll
not
assist.
terrible. Oh, you're assisting? Nice.
I am intrigued as to why this is burnt down currently.
12.
With a 12, it's pretty. Okay, I can definitely hear somebody's music in the background. I don't know who's listening to music.
Who's listening to Bruno Mars right now?
Yeah, we are not about to get copyright struck. It's definitely very easy to tell that this town was like pillaged like a while ago, like a couple of months. It's not recent.
So, like, probably right after I passed through it last time.
Yeah, probably.
Oh no!
Guys,
Oh,
I
right
promise
around
I
there.
didn't do this.
Now
I believe-
that I've
You should let me come here.
determined age, do I see any evidence of what might have caused this? It's probably going to be a harder roll, but I'll still ask. That's the next thing I'm looking for. Would that be an investigation?
Yeah, you can give me an investigation. Anyone who wants to try and
I will assist.
figure it out can roll,
You're gonna assist me?
or you can assist.
I'll roll. Nice.
18.
That's a really good roll, Sage. Real good.
Woohoo!
Double 13s, if you add them together, it's 26.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nuffle's all about it.
With no
Nuffle's
bonus.
got this.
He's used to the signs of destruction and telling what caused them.
Usually it's him. Nuffle just got a 19, full raw.
And I have the highest investigation out of all of us.
That
This
is.
is
I mean, it's
This
not
is
that
my
much
field.
higher than mine. It's only by 1.
So Sage, you don't really find much. You find, you find the occasional nothing. Yeah, not much at all with 13. Sorry. Dario and Karis and Nuffle, you definitely find like the occasional arrow here or there, and what looks to be the like. I don't know if charred remains is the right word, but like the burned out like snubs of torches. It definitely seems like maybe those bandit notices in the last town were probably pretty accurate to what's going on in the surrounding area. It seems very much like it was
Guys,
bandits.
don't
Let it
think
finish.
those bandit notices were about those guys that we ran across.
Jacob, let the DM finish.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was finished.
I thought he was, but
I vote we make our camp with no fire outside of the town. Hardtack rations. Off of the road.
no objections.
Oh, also with an 18 and 19, you do. I don't know. Is inconspicuously the word I'm looking for? I don't know. You don't find like any bodies or the remains of bodies.
Could be slavers or cannibals or both.
Yeah,
highly unusual for bandits.
Maybe it's probably maybe there's.
Those Rikash from the kingdom of Ishrante have been
I
known to.
mean, sometimes the simplest answer is the right one. Could have been that there were survivors, just not enough to justify staying here, and they disposed of their own dead.
Oh, you're from the Draconar sovereignty, yes? You do not share a border with the peaks from the kingdom of Isharante. He doesn't mispronounce that, I do. They're
Or everybody turned into undead.
I would not put it past those from Isharante. They are monsters. Pigs.
What would I know of Isharante? Do I need to
Probably not a. You can make a history check, but
Listen, this is just Karis being racist against the people who probably border raid his country occasionally.
Oh, 8. Not much.
no.
I have a +4 in history, darn it. Why are my rolls so bad in this campaign, darn it?
Karis, you can give me a history check though.
Sure.
Since you're from Eldarion.
Does that give me advantage on it?
No.
Okay. It's a +0, so let's see how this goes. 2.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, I just figured I would be allowed.
I've been
make
told
one
some
because-
horrible stories about the people from the kingdom of Isharante.
You have. But you also definitely know that the Eldarian Confederation is very much a it's run by like wealthy
Oligarchs.
basically socialists.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't live in like the capital city and you're not wealthy, it's kind of like better luck next time.
So it's
So-
bourgeoisie.
Yeah, so banditry,
Banditry.
that is a very, very common thing.
Mm.
So like a weird mix between Soviet Union Germany and pre-revolution France.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say any of that while inside of these borders because I know the trees have ears if that's the case.
But I don't think any of, well,
I mean, I'm somewhat learned, even though I made a small role because I did go to a
Yeah.
academy. But that's why I figured I would be able to make the roll. But obviously, I didn't roll super high.
So after we looked around a little bit, Marthelion speaks up. Well, I don't think there's anything we can do for the people here. We've got our own objectives. We might as well be moving on.
I agree. Perhaps, like I said, no fire outside of the city.
I mean, we could look around if there's anything helpful.
You deign to loot the dead of my countrymen. Bandits are one thing. They're not human. They have made their choice. These are men and women like me, like my family. You deign to loot their corpses.
Not loot
I'm gonna
them.
look at you and say, "That depends. Do you deign to loot the corpses?"
I just turn and stare completely deadpan at you.
Fair answer. To be fair, I was the guy that wasn't even sure about looting that. I was just wasn't sure if you were making a joke or you completely serious. Just trying to feel things out here.
These are innocent people. Fathers, daughters, mothers, and sons. Slaughtered at the hands of bandits, raiders. You loot their homes, the last dignity that they have.
No, I wouldn't.
Good. Good. Because I wouldn't let you. You would have to kill me.
I have no desire to do that.
Oh, good. I don't want to kill you either.
That's good.
Anyway,
Shall we continue and leave these families in peace?
Yes.
I will fly up above while everyone moves forward to make sure there's not, like, I don't know, 100 burning torches in the woods ready to ambush us.
Sure.
Perception?
Excuse me.
Yep.
Okay.
Big money, big money, big money.
Natural 1. I'm very distraught at the thought of all of those families. Just because it's a natural 1 doesn't mean there has to be anything. It just means I don't see nothing because I'm too busy crying.
All right, Mister. Every natural 1 means a bad thing.
Yeah.
No, every natural
There's-
1 means a bad
dark
thing, at
vision.
least specifically for you. What was that?
Do you have dark vision?
I do.
You do.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. Unfortunately, you're really dealing with some emotional turmoil right now because
Yeah.
someone dared to try and and you don't realize standing directly under a tree when you try and fly straight up, and you just smack directly into the tree.
That's fair. I will slam back to the ground and go, oh. Perhaps no flying. Oof. How much damage do I take?
You don't take any damage.
Oh, okay, sure. I'm not arguing that.
So you're making camp for the night?
Outside of the city with no fire? Question mark?
Might I suggest we just stay at the scene of the crime, find us the homes that looks the sturdiest. We can rest in there. Just keep it look like it is.
I will not be sleeping inside of the house of a dead family.
Also, this was looted and burned to the ground, so it is rubble. There's not like a sturdy house.
Okay.
It's ashes and charcoal.
Never mind then.
Outside of the city, no campfire.
Yep.
No pipes. I know, it hurts.
All right. And go ahead and give me those. Well, so it was nighttime. You spent an hour traveling. You made it here and probably spent like an hour. So
We'll probably sleep in a little in the morning to make up for it. Even
Okay.
everything out.
So yeah, go ahead and give me your.
Before we
You know, I'd rather natural 1 on my flying up to look around perception than my I am standing watch on guard perception.
Before we tuck in for the night, before we go to bed, as you start your watching and lean over to you, you know, Thor'Sul has been real quiet this whole time. Basically doesn't. I feel like which I'm saying this is stage whisper. I feel like this escort mission is less of an escort mission and more of an evaluation. Am I the only one getting that feeling?
It is completely an assessment. You did not realize. You think they're going to have the newbies escort a very valuable person.
Well, no, it's just
know.
that I figured it was just kind of a excuse to bring us up to where we were going because they needed us up there. But then when he didn't take charge, I started being like, this is just a straight up evaluation.
Is it 2 for 1? I figured from the beginning, right? If you take one very strong, well-proven person that can take charge if necessary, then you put them with a group of newbies who need to be tested, and you send them on the mission, and then you see what happens.
Yeah, well.
There are several gangs in my home city like this. I've heard.
Alright then. I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Good night.
I'm asleep now.
Your watch passes pretty uneventful. But you're not like necessarily keeping the best watch because your head still kind of hurts from.
I smacked
you flew into a tree.
pretty hard.
Yeah, not always, not the funnest thing, but you don't hear much. You feel like you hear noises here and there, and kind of get startled.
It's just tinnitus.
Yeah, there's you fought some bandits. Then now the city you're next to got burned down by bandits.
And then I smacked my head into a tree branch really freaking hard.
There could be bandits in the woods. Who knows? But yeah.
The whole situation just got to be a little bit sideways.
When I wake up Dario, I sleep with my bow strung with an arrow on the string right next to me.
It is really not good for the bow leaving it like that, but alright.
It is only for one night. It will be fine.
And I will resume my watch. I'll take out my pipe, put it in my mouth, start to grab my tobacco pouch, and be like, "Oh, he said no." Just toss down the tobacco pouch and just leave it in my mouth, kind of chewing on the tobacco pipe, the nib of it, and do my watch.
It's not a 1. I want that tattoo.
It's not a 1.
Just a D20 with the 2 facing out. It's not a 1. Maybe a tramp stamp. I don't know.
According to my friends, I already have one.
You do.
It's part of a full back piece, but I will accept you calling it a tramp stamp because I know you're going to do it anyway.
You're definitely a little paranoid about there being bandits in the woods. And you know what helps? Paranoia. A good night's rest. So after being terrified for a bit, you definitely, just rest your eyes while you listen for things. And unfortunately, you don't wake up.
Oh, he did?
No, not like that. Obviously not like that. That you should have seen what happens if you roll a natural 1.
Then we wake up in heaven.
So we don't wake up.
Well, okay, in this world, canonically, there are gods, so I'm imagining canonically there's an afterlife.
Maybe.
Hey, maybe at the very least, even if I fell asleep, hopefully since it's not a 1, I fell asleep in a position that from a distance it looks like I'm still awake. Sitting up. Maybe.
That seems like a lot of copium right there.
Maybe.
And to be fair, the last 2 watches, Marthelion wakes up because he only needs 4 hours of sleep.
Yep.
All right, so
And that only works if you're not snoring.
Who said
That's
I
true.
snore?
Oh, no one. No one.
I don't know. Would you know?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
Likely.
maybe you do.
Anyways.
All right. So.
Although, to be fair, I had a roommate at the academy, so either they were polite enough to never tell me I snore, or heavy enough of a sleeper, or I don't. One of the two.
Oh, you snore.
Sage. On
Yes.
a scale of 1 to 10, how much of like a mental toll has the day's experiences taken on you?
Not too terribly much.
Not too terrible. So, like, it doesn't affect you that you walked into a town that was definitely like home to more than a few people, and they're all presumably dead.
You said there were no bodies, correct?
Right. There were no bodies.
To be fair, for some people, like presumably, like presuming to see something, and they like actually see something, there is a big difference. Like when you're confronted with bodies, and you see a situation that might have had bodies, can be different. For some
Yeah, I would say probably like 50% maybe. Like she's like, oh man, that's sad. But she doesn't see any people, so there's no proof that anybody died.
Okay. So
Listen,
we'll say
ADHD and object permanence are a thing.
we'll say that just out of habit you wake up for your watch.
All right.
All right. So go ahead and give me your roll. Wow. You don't notice, like it goes pretty smoothly. There's lots of birds. Birds
Yep.
and animals and stuff. The only thing you really do notice is that no one woke you up for your watch. Yes.
Birds or bird sounds?
Bird sounds.
Oh no.
Interesting. Well, I'm going to go over to Dario and just take an arrow and just like poke his arm with it. Don't worry. I've got this watch. Thanks for keeping us safe. And I'm just going to go right back over and sit down.
Just kind of huddle down a little bit.
All right. Nuffle.
Okay.
Knuckle, I will assist you on your watch.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Double ones. Yeah.
Pretty sure if that happens, the entire bandit company that raided the town shows up to kill us. Campaign over.
Your watch passes pretty smoothly. You do, like, besides the fact that there's, birds and bird sounds and like bugs that you can hear, you definitely notice quite a lack of like wildlife.
Is
Like-
anybody off put by the fact that like there's bird sounds and
And a
normally
lack
at
of
night
sunlight?
there's not a lot of bird sounds?
I'm not metagaming right now.
That's not metagaming. That's something that like in game people could probably notice.
I'm from the city. I don't know what you're talking about.
Fair enough.
You fell asleep on your watch. You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so my turn to speak in. Being 141 years old and being the lone survivor of my particular clan due to something similar to this, what are my thoughts on this?
Your thoughts are the DM misspoke because it's nighttime and not daytime, and they're bats, not birds.
Okay, it doesn't change my question.
If your question was specifically about the bird sounds, they're not bird sounds, they're bats. Whatever. I misspoke. Just average like ambient sounds. But you do very much notice a lack of wildlife. Because at nighttime normally there's a rabbit here or there or a squirrel.
Someone ate all of the local fauna.
Is it just the animals, or is the area looking more dead?
Give me a
Nature?
I don't know,
Nature or perception could go either way,
Yeah.
depending on DM's call.
Give me a nature check.
Check.
Solid call, DM. Bro, I thought you were a ranger.
I am not a ranger.
a
I am
monk.
not.
Then how did you get ranger features?
Better.
Just background.
I mean, it's weird. It's not the weirdest thing you've ever seen. You know what's weird? Like finding a burned out village and there's not bodies. That's weird. But like deer missing, it's nighttime. Deer sleep.
So above tabletop, not in character, either something
Necromancer.
terrifying enough to scare everything off, or something terrifying enough to eat all of the fauna and any living, moving creature that's made of meat.
Alternatively, something scary enough to kill it all and then resurrect it under its own power.
Like I said, all above table. This is not in character thoughts.
Lich. Anyways, back into character. Sorry if I predicted you ADHD brain. It happens.
You're more than welcome to, have any and all thoughts that you want.
Speculation, yes.
Yeah, speculate.
Well, as we're going through Knuckles Watch, I will kind of take mental note of the lack of wildlife as odd, but I've traveled around the wilderness and there's always spots of just lack of wildlife.
The entire forest is a mimic.
Well,
I was just gonna say we can be sure it's not.
Every tree is a mimic.
It's not Vecna. Who's the one that's like one level below Vecna that's in your
Sararak?
campaign? It's not a Sararak because Josh hasn't created it yet.
It's so presumptuous of you.
For those of you who haven't seen our other campaign, Josh created a Sararak.
I am a kind, generous soul, and it was used against me.
I don't remember what your question was before we went out on our tangent. So,
Nothing important. We're continuing
All right.
on this morning.
and now Marthalion, you can have your roll for your watch as Nuffle drifts off to sleep. Nothing.
Jeez. All right then.
That might be close to the best roll so far tonight.
We did have a natural 20
minus the natural 20.
by the same person.
The longer you sit, after 6 hours of sitting here just kind of thinking about it, you definitely start to notice that it's weird that the animals aren't there. But you're not sure if it's weird because there's a burned out village and there aren't animals, or just the fact that there's not animals. It could be coincidental that they both happened, and it's kind of weirding you out, but also you're not really sure.
Yeah.
But it's weird.
There's definitely weirdness that the town is razed to the ground so thoroughly with no bodies. So that coupled with the lack of wildlife definitely would bring questions at the minimal.
Yeah. But other than that, your watch passes smoothly. And it's daybreak. And after breakfast, you get back on the trail again. Because you just can't wait.
How many days
Yeah.
out are we from Underpass at this point?
From what you know, probably about a day from. Hold up. Let me. about a day from Blatzaland. And then from there, it's about a day and a half, 2 days to Umberpass.
Okay, we're getting close.
Maybe 2.5. So you're about 3 days.
Is anyone talking about the fact that there's no, like, nature stuff?
I don't know.
I definitely didn't notice it.
I don't think I did
I
either.
mentioned to the group that that is definitely odd, and it seems too much of a coincidence, but I don't have any explanations.
Can we do some nature checks?
You sure can.
All right, I sure will.
I would like to fly Overwatch during the day. Less nature, more making sure no one's sneaking up on us to stab us.
Yeah.
Oh, I take that back. That was incorrect. I need to re-roll that.
I do have a question. So, as this is brought up, if there's something weird going on outside of just, not the village being abandoned, I would like to start looking for evidence of anything of magical nature that might be attributing, if I could.
Also, never mind. That roll was fine.
It is fine?
Yes, it is fine.
Definitely. Like, well, actually, definitely weird. Like, that it's not necessary, but you're not sure if it, like, because the previous day when you were traveling, there was definitely wildlife, and the last couple of times you've stopped, there's been wildlife. But it's definitely, the more you think about it, and as you guys kind of talk, it's definitely abnormal. That
It's
there
like
was,
localized to the area around that city.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. You haven't.
I want to ask Jargathul's opinion.
I mean, you are more than welcome to ask his opinion.
Okay, so I did that. So what,
No, do it in character.
Do it in character.
Okay. So Jargathul, you doing the stuff with the guild. That seem odd to you? Any explanations on your side, possibly?
I mean, I've lived in the mountains for quite a few years, but I would, depending on whether it's localized to just this town we went through, it depends. Like, I mean, if we start getting farther out and it's noticeably still nothing, then I'd start to worry. I don't know too many things that could do that, but also I mostly read books, so haven't traveled much. But I think we're probably fine for now. We'll just need to keep an eye on it.
We'll need to at least report the loss of the town.
That we should.
Would you like me to make a perception check for flying Overwatch?
Then in that case, before we get to that, my inquiry about checking for things magical in nature.
Mm-hmm. Go for it. Make a. Oh, I don't know.
I'm assuming Arcana, but it's up
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check.
Actually, I'm on normal. Arcana check. Hey, 15 Arcana.
You don't notice any abnormal, like, magical signs. No, nothing more than you would normally in nature.
All right. Gotcha. Not picking
yes.
anything up, just moving on.
Yeah.
Hit another tree branch, I guess. I don't know.
So you realized you slept under the same tree.
A bump of a log. How much damage do I take?
No, you don't bump into a log, but you're definitely like it's weird. This is suspicious.
Forest canopy just too thick to see through.
Yeah.
Early morning fog blanket.
Ooh, that's a good one. Fog.
Sure. There is fog. You can't really see much of anything.
Understood. Very surprised I don't run into another tree branch.
You also can't hear much of anything, but that's normal when you're flying.
Fog?
does dampen
I
a
mean,
lot of
between
volume
the
noise.
rushing wind and the fog that does in fact dampen noise, not surprised.
All right. Somebody give me that.
I don't think Jacob's done it yet.
All right, Jacob.
Hey, D20, right?
Yep.
Do not natural one.
I'm
You'll kill
closing
us.
my eyes. Tell me what the number is. I'm making sure.
Natural one.
Crap.
Oh, it's a 5. It's a natural 1.
Oh no, that's a dragon, isn't it?
Why are my rolls so bad?
Combat.
Guys, we're gonna die.
So it's really foggy.
Oh no.
It's
When says it's really fun.
really foggy. You guys make it roughly about half a day's travel.
Okay.
That
That's
day.
as nice as it could be.
Are you guys doing anything during your travels this day?
Just traveling.
So, we've established that Karashir is from Eldar is from the Eldarian
You
Confederation.
keep calling me Karasir? My name is Karas.
Cotters, whatever. It's all right. My apologies. Foreign names, you know, I ain't the best at them always. I do
Understood.
apologize.
It's too many syllables to it. It's too many syllables.
Anyway, we established he's from the Confederation here, and I'm from the current sovereignty. I don't think we've discussed where the rest of it all is from. Just figured I'd ask if you're just walking, a little bit of conversation.
I've traveled enough at this point. I don't remember where I'm originally from. I knew that my group originally traveled before they were wiped, and that was all that was left. I grew up mostly in the wilds, learned to live off the land.
Travel. Sorry, I thought you said.
I tend to stay in the mountains, and I visit town to town when I need anything upkept or replaced. I prefer to keep to myself, though. Throughout this time today, I'm going to be looking for wildlife, like just actively looking for anything that signs of life. That's not us.
Okay.
Sage, what about you? Do you got a place you call home?
Yes, but I currently don't remember the name. Or maybe I just don't want to tell you.
If she doesn't want to tell me, that's one thing. But on the other hand, if it's something she doesn't remember, does the DM have any information?
Does the DM have any information? Let me find out if the DM has any information.
Well, hold on. The question is, does the character not remember, or does the player not remember?
That is
The player does not remember.
Okay.
I didn't write that in my my character sheet.
I'm honestly the worst note taker. I have a habit of trying to commit everything to memory. I can hold a lot, but every now and again stuff does slip. Like the name of the person that we're working with, which is why I had to actually write that one down, because it's
I started taking notes last time
Thorgus.
in Notepad on my desktop. Guess what I don't have?
Your desktop. I don't think you necessarily stated in anything.
No, I didn't. I've never stated it. I also built my character in like an hour, so.
I don't know. Would you consider yourself to have traveled much?
No.
Probably relatively close to where we were
Yeah,
from.
relatively close.
Same for me. I was technically from relatively close, from a small village outside of Felix.
Let's say... We'll say... You're probably from somewhere in the Drakenar Sovereignty. That's probably, like, if you're leaning more of the,
You feeling more
like from the woodlands and stuff. That's probably in if you haven't traveled much, that's probably where you're
feeling
from.
more woods and swamps or mountains and valleys?
Or I can give you like rolling hills and plains.
Yeah, I'd say rolling hills and plains.
All right.
I think the name that I came up with for my tiny town was Oakington.
All right. You are
Or
from.
we handle it between sessions.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't actually have it, don't worry about it. I was just, if anybody actually does have something, I was trying to have character, growth moments, or character explanation moments. Depth, more depth of characters. But if we don't have it right now, that's fine.
Yeah, we can. I don't know. All right, so Marthalion's looking out for things. Unless Nuffle, you had something.
Yeah, I was going to kind of. I would also have to actually talk to you in between sessions.
Okay.
It is about the backstory.
All right. So Marthalion, give me. Are you just like passively looking for this, or are you actively like trying to see if you see wildlife throughout the day?
Actively.
Give me a roll. There's definitely a lack of wildlife. Like occasionally, you'll see a deer or a rabbit, but not nearly as much as you should traveling through these woods.
Is the wildlife looking spooked or just like lonely?
It's looking, from what you, I mean, they're pretty quick to run away when they see you, but it is very, like, agitated, I guess would be the word for it.
On edge?
Yeah.
Okay.
They are not big chillin'. That's for sure.
They're not pretty chill guys.
We are not big chillin'.
They're not just
I passed this observation to the group.
So you make your about a half day's travel, 3/4 of a day's travel. It's foggy. And night starts to fall. You do notice that, like, most places, as with fog most of the time, it is more often than not like a morning thing. It definitely doesn't last like all day a lot of the time. Like not super abnormal, but it's adding to a lot of the weirdness going on.
All right, what kind of terrain are we looking at? You said there's like
You're-
wilderness. Are we like forests?
You guys are in the forest. Like light forest, but little spatterings of like.
We talking like flatland forest, or are we like in the Ozarks?
There's some hills, but it's mostly flat. Like every now and again, there's a hill or a small mountain, but it's a majority of what you're traveling through is flat-ish.
The outer edges of the Ozarks as you're getting towards Kansas. Got it.
Yeah, ish. More like Michigan, if you've ever been there.
Nope.
No, okay, well, it's a lot of like flat with like a hill or a mountain here or there.
Been to Wisconsin. There's some
Yeah.
hills and flats there.
Yeah. What you were traveling through when you first left Isengard was very much Ozarks, but it starts to flatten out as you get.
Gotcha.
So night starts to fall, still very foggy. What are y'all doing?
Camping?
You are camping. And you're about, like, if everything goes well, you'll very easily reach the next town by, noon the following day. If everything goes well.
At this point, I wish I had more utility spells, but I'm a level 1 with very few. Oof.
Are we rolling for our watches?
We are rolling for your watches.
14.
Lots of fog. Lots of no animals.
Dario, it is your turn.
At this point, Sage, you might start to think Dario is narcoleptic.
I'm falling asleep with a 7 too.
7's like gets really interested in his whittling and doesn't pay attention to the outside world. I don't feel like 7's
like slightly below average person taking watch.
You're right. Yeah.
Like I'm oblivious, but I'm awake, I would assume.
Well, I'm the DM, and you're gonna fall asleep no matter what you roll.
Doesn't mean I cannot, voice my opinions, even if you choose something.
No, you're fine. Yeah, you. Same. I mean, you kind of get interested in whatever you're doing. Definitely, not a whole lot of nothing.
Do I wake up?
Pass watch.
Yeah, he passes watch too. A lot of nothing. You do see a deer at one point, just kind of scurries past your
Can I
camp.
shoot it?
You can try, but this thing is like booking it past your camp.
17.
In the middle of the night.
You hit it. Or at least you think you do, because it's still pretty foggy out.
Do we need to roll damage, or are we just... we don't have to go straight combat rules, because...
Right.
It's not
No, you can...
It's up to you, but...
It definitely makes, like, the sound that you hit it. But it's also foggy, and, like, it runs off into the fog. You are more than welcome to go look for it if you'd like.
Deer do run when you shoot them.
Unless you blow up their heart, they're still booking it.
Or their brain.
generally the less advisable shot to take.
Oh yeah.
It takes you about there. It takes you a half hour or so, but you find the deer. You
Sweet.
Hopefully nothing happens to the rest of us while she's searching for deer.
So anyway, she comes back and we're all gone.
When you find it, you hit it in its leg to where it can't run. Like it could, but it's gotten to the point where after the adrenaline wears off, it can't run, and it's just kind of lying there
freaking out.
I don't know that whining's the best word, but whimpering on the ground in front of you.
Just laying there pleading for its life. Please,
Well,
don't kill me.
I'm gonna take the dagger and slit its throat and drag it back to camp.
If any of you have hunted deer, then darting eyes and twitching of muscles, even if it's not moving much.
All right, you drag it back to camp, and you make it back right about the time your watch ends.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hang him up and go to sleep.
Novel then?
Yep. Hey, give me 2 seconds. I have to take a phone call.
Oh.
You're good.
Okay.
Notice so far I'm starting to become the most useless part of the party right now. Not feeling great, but hopefully once I start getting more spells and abilities, it'll even out at least a little bit.
Ah, you're doing great.
You do not.
I've been running a skill and number jockey for so long.
You don't notice much. You do every once in a while hear a faint popping in the distance.
Can I try to listen in on and
You can.
determine-
It's not like it doesn't happen very often. It's very sporadic, and it doesn't sound like it's very close.
Okay.
But it's just something you notice. You also hear a baby crying in the background.
Ew,
That's
creepy.
not
That's terrifying.
All right.
So you said I'm hearing like a popping noise?
Yes.
Alright, as I go back to camp, I'm going to nudge Marth. Hey, Marth.
Yeah.
Marth.
I'm right here. Yes.
Hey, there's some popping noise off in the distance. I'm good. I'm going back to sleep.
Popping as in what? Like something stepping on a branch?
Don't know. It's kind of far off. Just thought I'd let you know. Can I determine what direction it's coming from? Don't have.
You can't really ascertain a direction it's coming from. It kind of it could be coming from just about anywhere in the forest you're in.
Okay. Yeah, it's come from there all around. Anyways, good night. Have fun.
Baby crying
I
in the
don't have dark
distance.
vision.
Kadis immediately wakes up instinctively saying, "I've got it."
You don't know that.
That was above table and not an accent.
Mark just shakes his head and starts his watch.
Give me that roll.
Ooh.
You definitely hear the faint popping, but you've never in 140 plus years of living, you've never heard this sound before.
Is it distant or has it gotten any closer?
No, it sounds pretty. From what Nuffle so astutely described, it has not gotten any closer. But it sounds almost natural-ish. Like, it doesn't seem out of place. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I will just kind of keep note of it, and that should be my watch. When the group starts picking up, I pass the information on to everyone and just be like, it's odd, but I don't know if we want to go explore that or just keep moving on.
I would prefer to make it to where we're going alive. I have no inclination to investigate weird popping noises in the woods where there are no animals and no people.
Same.
Reported.
Well, we're relatively close to where we're going. I imagine if it's anything too severe, once we set up the guild, it'll might be something we could take a look at later.
Indeed. Slash, report to the local authorities.
All right. Somebody give me...
My turn.
Who has not done it tonight? Has everybody done it tonight? Rolled
I have not done it tonight. It is my turn.
Okay.
Come on, dice. There you are.
No, I don't know if I'm gonna.
Funny, lots of whammies.
The second worst of possible whammies.
It's not a 1.
A 1, I'm pretty sure, is either a dragon or Vecna showing up.
So, you know how little progress you guys made yesterday?
0 today.
What you should have from what has been explained to you and what you know, Karis, from your travels, which you didn't necessarily go this route, like you didn't pass through this specific city on your travels. To Isenguld, because it's kind of easier for you to travel waterways, and then, you know, just kind of exit the waterway right before you reach this town. But this was less of a town and more of like a keep/castle type settlement.
Did you just say was?
From what he knows, this is. Shut up and stop metagaming.
No, I'm not metagaming. I'm analyzing the words the DM is giving to us.
All right. Well, analyze in your head, in your brain. You, right about nightfall, you make it to what should be the castle/keep of Balinstelan, or however you pronounce that, because I can't.
Balinstian?
Sure. Also, throughout the day, you've very much noticed the fog still is there, has persisted the entire night, and your entire travels today.
I'm beginning to feel like this is an elaborate setup to get us to play Curse of Strahd.
You've made it like maybe what on an easy day should have taken like 4 hours of travel. That's how long it's taking you to, or that's how far you've gotten in the entire day's travel.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just me, or is this fog getting thicker?
Indeed. I'll try to fly Overwatch today as well.
You sure can.
If I roll a natural 1 again, I might just cut off my own wings. I said might, I won't, but you know.
It's foggy.
Yeah.
I don't see much.
Stupid. I'm actually pretty good at perception. I just can't roll well.
You do notice, because this is like a lowish ground fog, right? After you get high enough up, it's you can
Right.
see, but then it's mostly like the treetops. You do notice as you get closer to the keep that where you should be able to see it, you definitely don't.
I will come back to the group after scouting and land. We may have a problem.
All
What
right.
problem we talking
Right.
about?
Do tell.
I do not see the keep where it should be.
Are you sure you don't just remember it wrong?
I'm very much hoping that I am.
So where are you keeping it?
Ha ha ha. We need to make haste.
Should we make haste or should we approach cautiously? Is the real
Haste.
question.
We should make haste. Because if this is missing, perhaps Bayangel, Daengdor-ul, Conger, Umberpass. We do not know how far this reaches, and either way, we need to get out of it. Whatever has afflicted this area is consuming it, and we are inside of it. We need to get out of here and hope and pray to... I don't have my desktop with me. What's the god of lightning again?
Ooh, hold up, wait a minute. I don't know this off the top of my head.
Put a little love in it.
Thank you.
He's in the Discord.
I know, I'm looking. Do.
Hijanrik. I'm not sure how to pronounce that.
Hallenrick.
How do you do?
And pray to Hallenrick that it is not consumed on purpose. Fly, you fools!
So before I was analyzing just the base environment before we started hitting this fog, is there anything vaguely magical about the fog now that it's getting thicker and seems to be going beyond what is natural? Could I make a roll on that?
You can make a roll on that.
Arcana?
Yeah.
15.
Not magical. Not in the slightest.
All right. That is the extent of what I have to offer.
All after my scouting, and I report back to them and tell them, hey, we should move at a hurried pace, which will, I think, give us disadvantage on certain things. That's what I'm suggesting, whether anyone does it or not. Whatever. I will settle into the back of the cart with my bow, keeping an eye out so if we get attacked, we're not caught flat-footed. My heart is pounding out of my chest right now. The stress is very high.
The danger is getting very close to your hometown, huh?
Way closer than I'm comfortable with.
All right. Moving on quickly, I guess, then?
All right. Are you staying on the trail?
I would imagine on the trail, but moving at a fast pace rather than a normal pace.
Right.
The thing in D&D.
So extra noticeable to anything looking and harder for us to spot things as we go.
That is what I'm suggesting. If anyone doesn't do that, that's up to them. That is simply what Karis is suggesting. I hear one boo.
Nope, that was someone mooing in the background of mine.
That was a cow.
That was a cow.
Okay.
There's a random cow.
Ooh, I'm definitely not that.
All right, I already asked my question about that, and I got an answer. I'll go along with what I was answered with, which is move quickly, because I did present, and nobody else said anything else.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Fast travel.
I will as you guys would know this, with how fast you've been traveling today because of just how awful the weather is, it's unlikely if you were to speed up that you would make it much farther than this keep. But you are more than welcome to try. That is 100%.
You're trying to get to the keep specifically faster.
No, I am trying to get home specifically faster.
Ah.
And by the time you know it, like you get within sight of where the keep would be at, it is pretty far through the day.
Through the night?
Any
Is your
bodies?
home we're approaching that you seem to be worried about? I'll leave the call up to you.
Not yet. We're at Bayangel, right?
You are at no, you are outside of Balance the Land.
I'm beginning to grow nervous. But we are still, a day out? Like in normal travel.
Normal travel, you're like 2 days.
Regular day travel.
You're like 2 days from Umber Pass.
We are still 2 days normal travel from Umber Pass. He's like pacing back and forth.
And you would know, so like on the map, this dark dotted line that kind of spikes up right under Byron Gaylor.
Mm-hmm.
That is pretty roughly the edge of the forest, and then it becomes more open plains. So it becomes much easier travel once you get out of the forest.
So like half a day's travel to get to the edge of the forest, or half a night's travel?
From Balanstand, it's about half a day, and then it's much easier to move.
So if we pushed through half the night and then slept late through the next day, we might suffer some negatives for tonight, maybe? If we push through till midnight, it will be rough, I understand. We could reach the edge of the forest, and I pray to the god of lightning. The fog is there. We will know if we can reach the edge. Please, I am begging you, let us reach the edge.
My friend, I know that you're concerned about your home, but with the progress we've been making with this fog, we may be better conserving our energy and making a greater push come morning.
For my call, I am undecided. I will ask DM, feel free to tell me I'm stupid and I can't ask this. I would ask both of you to make a persuasion check to convince me for which one of you I choose to side with.
You're more than welcome to do that.
I'm siding with Karis.
I'm only giving my opinion and then doing what's going on with the group.
Yeah, that's what you're both giving your opinions. I'm undecided, so I'm asking each of you to make a persuasion to see who I end up siding with.
Yeah, this is more for Jacob's character than actually us arguing.
I am posing my argument to Karis, and Karis can do what he wants with it.
Harris is a horrible arguer. Also, this was more about who does Dario listen to than how do you convince Karis. Karis is already set on what he wants.
Yeah, Karis has already said this is for me to decide who I want to side with. Unless you also roll a -1, I'm siding with you to hold up.
Gotcha. Well, I'll just roll, I guess, persuasion.
I'm sorry.
For sure, everyone sides against Karis right now.
Karis, I don't know why you're getting. I understand it's getting close to home and worried, but if we break the horse's leg trying to run through the night, we're getting there slower. I think maybe
I
we should
will,
just
because of a natural one, I didn't want to do this. I will throw my bow on the ground, grab you by the lapels. I have a friends in this town that I must protect.
and your friends will be better served by us getting there definitely than maybe quicker.
And he will kind of shove Dario away and go pacing, and he is not sleeping tonight. I will take the point of exhaustion if I fail my con save.
So what you guys doing?
Resting at this point, I assume, unless anybody else has anything to say.
I'll take
We're
my
not gonna
first
go
watch,
tonight.
and then I will take my con save for not sleeping, if you please.
Are you pushing on to the keep, or are you just resting where you're out in the woods?
We're gonna push to the keep itself because that will be right at the end of daylight, or at least
Sweet.
lit up fog.
Sweet.
And then we could like rest after that.
Yep. So you find yourselves. You push through. It's like another hour, hour and a half till you make it there. Right about sunset, early dusk, and you find yourselves at the keep of Balanstelan.
I don't like this.
This doesn't
And-
look familiar at all.
It doesn't. And you weren't supposed to be here. But you are. If it isn't the consequences of your own actions.
What actions?
How
Natural,
did
Ask about that later.
And you will
natural
make,
twos on the D20.
and you make camp for the night. And that is where we will leave off. Until next week.
May I ask? Do you want to sign off and I'll end the stream?
We
Hold
sure
on.
can.
I would like one question, Dario. What's your passive insight?
Me?
Yeah.
0.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
I mean, you did very obviously start saying family, so I'm not sure how much that matters.
Well, I was gonna be like, if you have a decent one, you definitely caught it. Other than that, probably a character choice.
Like, you actually said fam and then stopped. I don't think it would take a lot,
Well, no, probably not. I just wanted to check.
but I will leave that up to the DM.
I feel like that's probably more
Y'all
of a
can-
Dario character choice.
Y'all can figure that out. That's not me.
Okay. I said, to me, it feels very obvious that you have a family, but you're trying to keep it, or like not bring it up. And I intentionally said friends after hearing that.
Cool.
but
I just wanted to check in. Player to player. I just wanted to check in.
fair enough. And would the DM like to sign off?
Yeah. Until next time, this is a game we're playing, and we will catch you then.
Peace.